As a boxing coach and fan, I of course watched the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight that happened November 15th, and of course there were plenty of Tyson fans that were shocked at the result. But most current watchers of boxing, as well as those who were not blinded by nostalgia goggles, knew what would happen. Spoiler alert, Jake beat Mike Tyson in a 10-round bout by unanimous decision. A lot of people discredit or just don't respect Jake Paul. When asked about how I feel, I usually tell people I respect him as well as amused by him. He is hilarious and I love and appreciate what it seems to me that he stands for, which is giving the underdog or past their prime fighter a platform to fight. I also view his boxing skills as getting more and more legitimate by the day. Not to say they weren't legitimate at first, but with the resources he clearly has at his disposal, being professional trainers overseeing his training and professional fighters to spar with, he is clearly better than he started, and it is beyond foolish to think he is a fake fighter, not on the skill level of a professional boxer or the common thought of many common people who have never boxed around their life that they can beat Jake Paul. So here are 5 fighters I would love to see Jake fight. All of them will be entertaining, profitable due to the names of the fighters, and test Jake's boxing skill further. Lastly, these fights will be 8-round boxing matches to keep up with what Jake Paul is used to, since this list of fighters will be more of a challenge for him than anyone he has faced for various reasons. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more boxing content. Andrew Tate has already expressed his want to fight Jake Paul, putting $3 million on the line, telling Paul to match it for the winner's prize money. With a kickboxing career of 76 wins, 1 draw and 9 losses, and a single professional win in mixed martial arts, Andrew Tate is no rookie to martial arts. Jake Paul has fought most of his career around cruiserweight, going heavyweight for his bout against Mike Tyson. Andrew Tate has fought cruiserweight and is currently in heavyweight numbers, so this match could happen soon. Now, I don't watch Andrew Tate's videos, but his fans can be extremely annoying. Now, it wasn't until me and my brother, an avid Andrew Tate watcher, had an extended debate on who would win between Paul and Tate till I really wanted to see them fight. My brother went as far as to say that Andrew Tate would beat the shit out of Jake Paul, which definitely baited me into entertaining this match. Andrew Tate has an unorthodox fighting style that involves a hands-down defense paired with head movements and counterpunches. While Tate is definitely proficient in boxing, he was never a high-tier fighter, and his last match was in December 16, 2020. He can definitely do a training camp to get back, like he himself said. But on Jake's end, he is a decade younger, more than likely doesn't take long hiatuses to his training, and just defeated the former youngest heavyweight champion in history. I'm definitely thinking Jake wins by decision, if not late round knockout. I keep hearing more and more confirmations for this match, so hopefully it happens soon. Now there's a 2-for-1 opportunity here. Jake Paul has already fought Nick's brother, Nate Diaz, and won. Jake Paul's brother, Logan Paul, boxed Floyd Mayweather in an exhibition match, doing better than I expected him to do. Main event, Jake Paul versus Nick Diaz, while in the undercard, Logan Paul versus Nate Diaz. The Paul brothers have done a brother fight before when they boxed KSI and Deji. Nate has a professional mixed martial arts record of 26 wins, 13 of these by knockout, and 10 losses, as well as 1 professional boxing win. He has fought 2 of, in my opinion, MMA's Mount Rushmore, Anderson Silva and Georges St. Pierre. He lost to both, although his Silva loss was overturned to a no contest due to substance abuse on Silva's part. Nate has shown more grappling proficiency in my opinion, but is still a natural boxer and also a volume puncher, using his above average cardiovascular training to overwhelm his opponent with punches and control the pace of the fight. Nick last weighed in at 170 pounds, so this would have to be an exhibition match. I do see Nick doing better than his brother did against Jake Paul, but nothing Jake isn't well trained or prepared for. I honestly would bet on this being a late round KO or unanimous decision in Jake's favor if it was a sanctioned bout, and it would probably get called a draw if they do exhibition, but it would definitely be entertaining to see the Paul brothers compete against the Diaz brothers. Maybe the Tate brothers will be after that if Jake Paul beats Andrew and then Tristan Tate, while Logan boxes Andrew. The notorious Conor McGregor. Conor has apparently told Jake Paul's team that he will fight him at 170 pounds. With Jake weighing in for the Tyson fight at 227, it's highly unlikely he would drop down that far. However, Jake did offer to fight him in mixed martial arts with no weight class restrictions similar to earlier times in the sport, but stated that Conor would not take this fight. This man's boxing skills are evident. With a professional mixed martial arts record of 22 wins and only 6 losses, and his only professional boxing bout being against the legendary Floyd Mayweather. Conor is known for his boxing ability in the ring, winning 19 of his 22 wins by knockout. Conor's southpaw stance and his left-hand knockout should worry any Paul fan if this fight comes to fruition, especially if done under MMA rules. This would be the first person on the list I wouldn't bet money against for Jake to win. Also, I don't know if Jake would win by knockout, probably by decision, but again, I wouldn't bet on it. Conor, in my opinion, was once in the running for the 5th best MMA fighter in history, like the next century. Izzy could have been in that top 10 as well, but for some key losses. However, being our second kickboxer on this list, and the better one in my opinion, his hands are solidified. Once weighing in at 200 pounds when he suffered his first defeat to Jan Blachowicz, and Jake weighing in at 227 pounds for the Tyson fight, they could possibly do a catchweight fight. Maybe if Jake comes down to 215, I'd definitely watch that sanctioned bout. With 75 wins and 5 losses in kickboxing and professional boxing record of 5 wins, 1 loss, and a mixed martial arts record of 24 wins and 4 losses for a total of 104 combat wins and only 10 losses, the last stylebender might be one of the only non-boxers to be able to stop the problem child. This is like real life anime. Now, I kind of believe that Floyd fighting Jake Paul under an actual bout is cheating for 2 opposing reasons. Besides the fact that he's 20 years older than Jake Paul, Floyd is a lot lighter than him as well. This is cheating against Jake Paul, however, because besides Mike Tyson, who was 30 years older than Jake, he has never fought a boxer of this caliber. I see this as going to Floyd by decision and possibly knockout if we were to make it a 12-round catchweight fight. I do believe that Jake is good enough to go the distance with Floyd, especially with the significant weight difference between them, but I do definitely think Floyd still has the skills to teach Jake and can still produce enough power to hurt him based on his exhibition match with Logan Paul. This fight would definitely be Jake's biggest fight, especially if it's after the Conor McGregor fight and if they do it in the MGM Grand Arena. Floyd made $240 million from his Manny Pacquiao fight and $280 million from his Conor McGregor fight. I expect him to make the larger purse, probably at $300 million, while Jake might take $200. Lastly, I do want to talk about a few other fighters that have been in back and forth with Jake, but why he shouldn't fight them. Now, I also wanted to put Alex Pereira on this list, but that would have been cheating due to Alex being one of the best strikers on the planet. And I don't believe enough of the casual fighting fan base is familiar enough with Alex for Jake Paul to be interested in the fight. Ryan Garcia would be an entertaining exhibition match, but their weights are too far. Jake has called out Canelo, but honestly, I don't really want to see that match. I want to see Terrence Crawford beat Canelo TKO in the 9th round. Tank, my favorite current boxer, has also called out Jake. While I would watch that fight, I think we all know how it would go. To Tank by either KO or decision. Jake is still a heavyweight and not one with zero boxing skill at that. Lastly, Sugar Sean O'Malley, but Jake is a fan of him, so I don't really see them fighting, but Sean O'Malley do be talking real good against them boxers. My man's got hands, but I just don't think he's ready for the boxing scene. All the fights that I've mentioned in this video will be entertaining, but I'd only pay to watch the main 5. Let me know what Jake Paul fight you guys want to see in the comments, as well as what boxing videos you want to see me do next. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more boxing content.